put this one because I got the microphone this week. BlaXit family, BlaXit family, BlaXit family. Hello, BlaXit family. BlaXit family, BlaXit family. I hope you're well. If the sound is okay, let me know because I've got the big fan on. So let me know if you can hear me. You know, there's some glare on the screen, so I'm not sure if the lights are too bright. Okay, BlaXit family, BlaXit family, BlaXit family. Let me know if you're here. Please send me a message. Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. Um, oh, good. Fatia. Thank you, Fatia. Hello. Can you see and hear me? Is everything okay? Is the fan too loud? Are the lights too bright? Are we okay? Let me know. Greetings, Fatia. Welcome to BlaXit, everybody. Welcome to BlaXit. BlaXit. You can hear me. Okay, that's great. Okay, the sound is good. Okay, so I'll just move a bit closer to the mic. Yeah, so BlaXit is the channel that's dedicated to your repatriation, relocation, and your mind emancipation, your journey back to your nation, and that's in Africa, the place of our origins, the place of our ancestors, and the place of so many wonderful inventions, innovations, and creations. Ones that you ought to be proud of on this channel. We are proud to be African. We're African patriots and we are proud to be Black, okay? And we are proud to be back. So we made that journey, all important journey back to Africa. We have repatriated permanently. We love it, okay? I've been coming to Africa for over 30 years. For if you're new to the channel, thank you so much, Fatia. Anybody else that's here, please join. Please give me a thumbs up. I made the all important journey. Hello, Joey Myers. How are you, Joe? Sorry, Joe. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Fatia. Thank you, Fatia. Thank you so much. Came to Africa first over 30 years ago and realized that we've been hoodwinked, we've been mythed, we've been lied to, we have been bamboozled about Africa. And having said that, I knew that I wasn't going to retire and spend the rest of my life in England, which is where I was born. I was born in East London, in England, but I knew that wasn't where my destiny was supposed to be because I didn't think living with the colonizers was the right place for me. So hello, 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 and welcome to that long intro. What do we do? Who am I? I am the founder of BlaXit. Yes, the original BlaXit. This channel was actually founded in 2011, but thanks to Woden Maya, was given a rebirth in 2019. So thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. BlaXit is all about your exit from the West back to the best. And of course, that is Africa. And this is where we want you to return. So many of our wonderful icons and our superstars, you know, have all talked about, you know, the relocation, the mind emancipation, and the return to your nation. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're just an extension of the words of our wonderful ancestors and those forebears that have lit the way, and we are just continuing their legacy. So welcome to BlaXit. Welcome, welcome. It's a bit of a mouthful, but thank you. Gwendolyn Turner. Hello and greetings to you. Greetings, Joe. Greetings, Fathia. Thank you so much, okay, for joining us today. And everybody else that's here and silent, I greet you. I give you nothing but pure love and send you my deepest gratitude and thank you for spending your time, your afternoon with us, giving us, you know, time is so important. It's one asset that we cannot get back, okay? It cannot be replaced. So I'm glad that you're here with me today. And King Metz, hello, greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you so much. King Metzi, Gojay, greetings, King. Greetings to you, King Metz. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Nothing but love for you, my brother, okay? Just so you know. And DJ Nasid, thank you so much. You look good, girl. Oh, making me feel good. I so good. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. So DJ Nasrid, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment. I appreciate it. Today's going to be a really interesting show. Now, listen, I've added a new aspect to the show. I want to thank all of the people that are helping us today, our moderators. Caffrey is my main moderator here. Now, I've added a new dimension, okay? Now, the new dimension is that you can actually text me via WhatsApp. That's plus 220 240 5273, okay? And you can text me and ask questions that you want me to answer that you don't want to put on the screen live, okay? So let me ask Kath if you could put the number inside there, the WhatsApp number, plus 220. This is the BlaXit text number. So if ever you want to get in contact with us, you can text plus 220 240 5273. Oh, Fathia, thank you so much. She always looks good inside. I love you, girl. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. I love your dreadlocks. And where you coming from? Yeah. So originally, I'm from Africa, just as we all are, obviously. Ancestors, you know, the ships dropped off my ancestors just as they did yours. Mine, they dropped off my forebears in the Caribbean, the island of Jamaica. And from Jamaica, my grandmother then traveled to the invitation for more enslavement in England, and then sent for my mother, and my mother met my father, and bingo, I'm here. So I'm first gen born in the UK, KK. So Lewis Mwangi, I want to say hello to you, hello to you, hello to you. I hope you don't mind me shouting out your names and giving you a big up, because I appreciate you being here. So it's my way of showing my gratitude and thank you to you for joining me on today's live. Now, today's live is a bit of a mixed bag, but if you want to ask me any questions about repatriation, relocation, etc., you can. But I do want to dedicate this show to an actor that I had a lot of respect for, actually, and who sadly, has been departed to the realm of the ancestors in another dimension. He has transcended this dimension and has rejoined the ancestors. And that's an actor by the name of Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was a child actor from the Cosbys and many other shows, actually, and many other programs as well. So, oh, that is a beautiful daughter of Mama Africa. Thank you so much. I love you too, okay? Okay, so you're at work, you'll be back. Thank you so much. So Nelly Traki, I want to say hello to you, Nelly Traki. Thank you for joining us. Abdullah S. Kajabi, I want to say hello to you. Special hello. And of course, a family hello, because Kajabi, Nyancho Kajabi, Kajabi, Kajabi. I am a Kajabi. So I was adopted by the Kajabi family, if anyone wants to know. And I was given the name Nyancho by a BlaXit family member. And Nyancho means warrior. Okay, so that's what it means. So I do want to dedicate this program to the actor, the activist, the spoken word artist, the director, the producer, you know, the motivator, Malcolm Jamal Warner. So thank you very much to Wandaz Makalo. Wandaz, old school A1 day ones. To my A1 day ones, and that's the A. Sorry, let me not. I don't want people thinking, oh, she's Illuminati or anything, or as they call them, delusionati. Anyway, yeah. No, I'm not delusionati. That was for the A1 day ones. I don't want to make any signs, because now everyone will be saying that you're making these signs and stuff. But to my A1 day ones, yeah, I salute you. Let me just give the Black Power fist, yeah, because everybody knows what that is, okay? So yeah, greetings, greetings. So if you want to send any questions that you don't want to put on the screen right now, because not everybody is going to be mobile on the screen, you can then send them to the number that is now on the screen, which is plus 220 240 5273. Want to say greetings to my warrior, sons, and also to my daughter as well. So anyway, something happened this week. A lot of things have happened this week, and like I said, some good, some sad news, some interesting news, some news. I think some things which are definitely newsworthy or worthy of discussion. So I also want to know if there's anything that you'd like us to discuss as well, because I want this to be interactive. Okay. So, obviously, if you're new to the channel, welcome. It's all about your relocation, repatriation, okay, assimilation. We assist you in buying your land, buying your home, building your home, resettling into a new country. This is, of course, Gambia, where we are. We're based here in Gambia, which is the smallest country in Africa, and we are in West Africa. And people have asked me, so let me answer one of the questions, which is why did I settle here? And we also make the process less tedious and easy for you, whether that's getting your driving license or your residency. We assist in all of the progress, all of the processes with regard to your resettlement. So, and we've been online, like I said, since 2011, and this is the original BlaXit. There are many imitations, okay? But this is the original BlaXit, okay? So you're looking good since the last time I saw you. It was Wodamaya's triggering interview. Wow! Wow, that was 2019. We're now in 2025. So I'm glad that you've rejoined the channel. I'm so glad that you are following. I'm so glad that you are here. Yeah, different hairstyle since then. I looked up. So, yeah, a lot of things have happened since Wodamaya. I can brief you. If anyone else wants a quick rundown what has happened since 2019 to now, because there's been a lot of changes in my life, you can, say that you want to know in the comment section, and I will give you a really quick précis before we get on to the topics of today, before I get um, uh, to indulge in that, because I'm quite annoyed at something and I want to talk about it, and I want to talk to, especially to the heart of our women. Okay, Honey Abundance, hello Honey in Abundance, and hello Bo Hummel Hustler, Bo Hummel Hustler 84. Yeah, is Ghana hiring? I could find out. I could speak to Dr. Cambon and find out for you, or Dr. Milana. Yeah, I could find out from them and speak to you, or even speak to my sister Zena and find out as well. So Nelly Tackle said, yes, please give us a gist, girlfriend. Okay, so we arrived from the UK to live in 2019. This is going to be real quick, okay? We arrived to live in 2019. So that was my brother, my now ex-husband. That's another development. And of course, my son, okay, our son. And first off, we rented a place. We rented a home, which Wodamai did an interview of us there. You might have seen it. I'm not sure. And then we opened our shop, which was, a lovely shop, and we sold like almost everything. And I made ice cream, I made waffles, I made so many other things, and of course African treats as well. And it was like a thrift store, okay? So it was called 50/50, and so I did that. And then I also started blogging because of Wodamaya. Before, I had just done bits of content on the channel, but I wasn't really dedicated and really that engaged. So like the first content I did was when we visited the Gambia in 2011. And so, fast forward to 2019, he then said to me, no, you can't just be doing holidays and bits and pieces. You have to get organized, and, you have to start to blog properly. And so, of course, we didn't, have that many followers or anything like that. Thanks to Wodamaya, our following increased, and our subscriptions increased as well. So we started to vlog and to show bits and pieces about life in Gambia, which was really important. We also started to build, I started to build my house. So I purchased my land in 2015. I purchased several. That's when I started to land bank properly. Although I was into land before, I started to land bank with multiple plots in 2015. So that's when I got into it seriously, and also was helping others. So we've been doing repatriation, resettlement, land acquisition, helping people to buy homes, etc. since then. So it's been like over 10 years. So we built the house, moved in 2020. We only had like the swimming pool and some other little bits left to do. So we decided to do that while we were here. I want to say hello to the International Book Show. I also want to give a really special shout out to the International Book Show. I'm going to stop my story because this is where McConnell actually comes in, okay? Because when I started blogging, it was just me and Seth. Seth was helping me tremendously. Wodemaya, he gave us the intro, but then he left, and, set up the channel, but, in that sense of making it more identifiable, etc., and launching us, and then he left. So after Seth was part of the team, I then happened to do an interview with McConnell. McConnell had written a book about Rastafari, which is a really good book if you ever get a chance to buy it. He's also written a book about Gambia. Please put the titles of your book in the comment section so people can go and buy your books, and tell them where they can buy them on Amazon or whatever. And of course, McConnell has been featured on BlaXit more than once, okay? But McConnell was the actual cameraman behind that very famous Usman Traore interview that went viral that we did. So that really charted us on the road to success. And I want to thank everybody that shared that interview with Usman Traore as well, because that helped us so much. So we went on to do lots of interviews, show lots of content, and we were making lots of content. And McConnell was especially important and very vital and critical to our trajectory. Him and Seth were very important to our trajectory at that time. As in fact, I was having support also from family members from the UK, helping some equipment. Even Zandela helped as well. So did my ex-husband, and so on and so forth. And we also had some people that were a team with us. We had G helping us. We had so many people also that helped us. And then honestly, jealousy kind of crept in. Sorry, jealousy crept in and then caused conflict, which was a problem, because with success also comes envy. And I don't think a lot of people tell you that. With success comes jealousy, and you have to learn to manage it. With success comes smear campaigns. With success comes slander. With success comes people who hate you for no reason other than sometimes just how you look. They can just hate you because you're more attractive than them, you're more successful than them, you drive a bigger car than them, you live in a nicer house than them, various things. And so I learned that I had to deal with that. Although in the UK, I was also known, people knew me as an activist, also as a presenter, and I'd also produced, I'd also worked in mainstream media as well in the UK. And I'd also worked mainly, my main job was as a business developer, and I specialized in HR and also in recruitment. But talking of McConnell then launched his international book show. I don't know if you've seen it, but you should watch the Black Books Project as well, okay? So he said the international book show, which is McConnell. McConnell, my heart goes out to you. At the moment, I know that you have a few challenges that you're facing, but these are very small obstacles, okay, that you are going to overcome, because you are, okay, a very powerful man. You are a very intelligent man, and you are a very inspiring man. You have integrity, honesty, and you have something that not many people have, which is loyalty, okay? So I know that you are going to be just fine, okay? So my love goes out to you. You are one of the A1 day ones from BlaXit that never left my side. You're one of the ones that didn't come in for what was, you wasn't in it for, what you could get out. It was for what you could also add. And so that meant a lot to me, you also, was there, and you didn't care what people said. you just carried on. And that was so important to me, that you didn't listen to the naysayers and the liars who were just doing smear campaigns. You stood by us. So that I appreciate. And I've got nothing but respect for a man, who stands on his morals. That's really, really important. So, International Book Show, my book titles are The Rise of Rastafari. So his book that I met him on when he did his first interview with BlaXit was The Rise of Rastafari. Okay. The second book, which I actually am in, woohoo, so do go and buy this book, because I'm also featured. If you want to read a bit about BlaXit, I will tell you about my book saga a bit later, maybe in the next program. I will tell you what's happened. Okay, I can give you a brief update. But it's Life in Gambia. So I'm actually featured in this book. So I want you to go out and buy this book. This book features BlaXit, and it's called Life in Gambia. Okay. He's also got a third book, which is called How to Market and Sell Your Book. Okay. Sorry, he's got a fourth book as well. A third book, which is called How to Market and Sell Your Book. So if you're thinking about writing a book, if you're thinking about becoming an author, and believe you me, I need your help there, McConnon. I'm struggling. I'm struggling, okay? And because why? I'm too much of a perfectionist. And sometimes being too much of a perfectionist, so I'm sweating heavily, being too much of a perfectionist can sometimes be where you become your own worst enemy, okay? So experiences of living across Africa, that is also another book that you can please go out and buy. So experiences of living across Africa. These books are available on Amazon, and the author is McConnon, spelled Makonnen, Sankofa, spelled Sankofa. Okay, so that's McConnon Sankofa on Amazon. Please support the brother. Okay, please support the brother and go and buy his book. If there's a product or service that you want me to share about on my lives, I'm happy to do so, because if I grow, you grow. If you grow, I grow. Okay, we grow together, we develop together. So honey in abundance, thank you so much. Diamond Johnson, diamonds are forever. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Hello, excuse my singing. Diamond Johnson, hello. Gideon Bale, hello. Mac G, hello. G Mac, hello. It's been a while. And Langdon Price, hello. And Chanel Woods, hello. Langdon Price, Fig Primera, Burkina Faso, and the Burkina song, Global Anthem. Yeah, we should all learn it. I would love to learn it. And Langdon Price says, congratulations. Thank you so much. Also want to say congratulations to you, BlaXit family, on us receiving 9.9 million posts on TikTok. Okay? And also having 61,200 and something subscribers on BlaXit, and over 5 million views on BlaXit, on YouTube, sorry. So over 61,200 subscribers. Let's get to 100,000 this year, please. We all know what's going on, but let's try and push through the barriers that are trying to prevent us from growing, and let's, forge ahead. So share this channel with your friends and family and people that might not know about us. Share the journey about the fact that we can leave England, we can leave America, we can leave the Caribbean, we can leave Europe, we can leave these countries in which we suffer such terrible racism in, and come and live in Africa in peace. Okay? So, Guras Baba, thank you. Okay? So, I want to say thank you for standing by me throughout the journey. I know that there's many, many people that have been here for a long time, and I know that I might lose some people today with the topic of today. But like I said, I am declaring and decreeing that this program is dedicated to Malcolm Jamal Warner. And Malcolm, spat some truth, let me tell you. He spat some truth. And I wish, instead of going to Costa Rica, he came to Gambia. I really do. I really do. I wished that he came here and I was able to meet him. Thanks for creating books on multiple subjects and a broad selection. That's passion. Yes, I agree, Langdon Price. So thank you, McConnon. Thank you for dedicating your life, your time to sharing information that we can all get and educate ourselves. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe. Please don't forget to like. Yeah. So Renilwe Sanakane says hello. I hope I said your name correctly. If not, correct me. Okay. So hello, hello, hello. So now, now, I'm going to talk a little bit about something that happened, right? That I'm a little bit vexed about. I'm not going to lie, because I feel that we need to kind of wake up and, shake up, because there's a lot of things that have been going on. Sorry, I'm just going through some notes. These aren't actually related to the program, but I just want to make sure that I am on the right page with you. Okay. So I've even got this written down. What a star, what a star. I don't know why I wrote that down. But anyway, I think a song was humming in my head, and I wanted to know why it was coming in my head. That's what it was about. But I want to talk about a man from Senegal, okay, who tried to do something which I think was really revolutionary. I don't know if you're going to agree with me in what I'm going to say, but I felt what he was doing. So Senegal has a huge cultural center, massive, massive cultural center that hosts like about like nearly 200,000 people like in a sitting, and has so many facilities. It's a state of the art center in Senegal. Now, I've been to Senegal and I do love Senegal, but obviously for me, the language barrier was a bit of a barrier, which is why I came to live in Gambia. I know the question that I was asked that I am going to answer today, yeah, is why I came to live in Gambia. Someone asked me that very specifically, what were the pros and cons and what were my choices, and why did I choose Gambia? And I think it's important to, also answer that today. So if you want to know the answer to that, also do let me know. Okay, please do let me know. So, like I said, to the brief summary of coming. So yeah, built the home, carried on blogging, then launched the business of BlaXit, which was about repatriation. I realized that a lot of people needed support. They needed support in coming, support in going through the whole process that we had gone through of land acquisition. They needed support of getting their getting their residency. We're still working on citizenship, by the way. Also getting their driving licenses, opening their bank accounts, getting their TIN numbers, getting their children into school, helping them to establish their businesses, etc., etc. Just starting a mini business plan, because some people came from employment and then were launched into running their own businesses that they had no experience of. So therefore, I was able to give my assistance with regard to that, and I'm so grateful that I did. And so, as a result of doing what we did, we then decided to expand the repatriation program into making sure that we could offer affordable land. So, in fact, the first plots that we offered, I think they were like £300 or so. They were about £300, I think. We were offered this by the Kajabi family, who actually eventually adopted me, and also Mr. Jallo. So basically, I was able to find a huge settlement area, which is actually still the largest settlement for diasporans here in the Gambia. So the first 120 plots were offered at that low price of 300. Afterwards, it was more, obviously, because those were the repatriation plots, and that was just to cover the basic expenses, and then they went up, but not much further up. So it was actually the cheapest price lands in Gambia at the time, and also the largest settlement at the time. So we actually created history. So I want to thank you all. We also did a lot of community projects, and we also helped install boreholes in villages, including Bussorah. We also did solar lighting in places like Badibu. We also helped in places like Nemakunku with the flooding. And we gave the industrial pumps, and like 50 rakes and gloves and so on and so forth, and of course food aid as well. So we did a lot. And then when the storms came a few years ago, we were able to give 1,200 corrugates, packets of corrugate, to help people to fix their roof. So we've done a lot. We even helped fix the roof of a mosque. We helped fix the wall of a school. We've helped fix. We helped to contribute to a health center. We've done a lot, and I think it's important to come back to Africa and also give back. Okay, and yeah, I do agree with you, GMAC. We do need more direct flights and easier. The visa process is actually you can get it as you come through. So it is on on landing. So that should be pretty easy. And I tell people that you can get visa on arrival here as well. Okay. So what's up, Sister Juliet? How are you, Willie Rivers? Hello, Chanel Woods. Hello, Muhammad Ali, and hello, Kucho Joe. Hello, 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 and thank you, GMAC, for the questions. Yeah, nice to hear from you. So, Kujo Joe, thank you so much for joining us. And how am I doing? Doing well, thank you. So, have I ever been to Kenya? No, but my daughter has. My daughter has. Steve Addo, A1 Day One, thank you so much for joining. Greetings from New Jersey. Steve is one of our original article BlaXit members. So thank you. And Hunter, hello, greetings. So hello, Hunter. So yeah, so basically we did a lot of philanthropic works here as well. So we gave a lot back. And I think that's so, so important. I hope you are speaking a Gambian language. Halangadef, yeah. So Kenya honestly is a broken country. Right, so Kenya has made some very questionable decisions, I must say, and have seemed to be a little bit, a little bit too led by the colonizer. A little bit too led by the colonizer. But it's your country ultimately, so the leadership is only put in by you, okay? And the leadership can be also ejected by you because you are the people of the country, okay? So, you know what to do. It's your country. You are part of that, And a lot of us, I must admit, Gambia is very peaceful. I've been very fortunate. I think that we have rather good leadership here. And I'm very grateful for living in a country where I can feel relaxed and at peace. And so that's quite important. I'm also grateful that the president of Gambia is also supporting the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, Captain Ibrahim Traore. So I'm grateful that we have a conscious president who is supporting the unification of Africa. So I'm very, very proud of, and I've actually met the president of this country, I must hasten to add. Okay, so he didn't turn the door, he didn't close the door, he opened the door to BlaXit and met BlaXit. And when I actually met him, he told me he's my #1 subscriber. So not only was he aware of BlaXit, but he actually watches BlaXit. So I'm very proud to say that we have a president of the country that actually engages and is aware of what is going on social media, particularly pertaining to his country, okay? So I am very, very proud to say I live here. The reason also why I live here, so up to date in 2020, I faced some relationship issues. And I did actually post about it online, why my husband left me, which I made light of at the time, but it was signaling to you that I was having some relationship issues. Unfortunately, those relationship issues were not able to be reconciled. They weren't able to be dealt with, and we started to live our separate lives, which we kept very private, by the way. Yeah, we made a decision not to let people on social media know, the state of the relationship. We did not let people on social media know when we were separated. We didn't think it was anybody's business because we were trying to deal with our relationship issues in a very private way. So actually, while we were separated, people thought that we were still married. When we were divorced, People thought that we were still married, but we've been divorced for over 3 years, okay? Separated for over 3.5 years. And so people went out and told lies online about this person was cheating, that person was cheating. It was irreconcilable differences why we actually divorced, okay? So just so that everybody knows, and there are still issues that are being tackled as we speak. So that's what actually happened. So there was no cheating on my part anyway. So I just thought I'd let you know. So Kenya is not being fixed. Can you imagine? Former Vice President, he was in opposition, opened his party office in USA. Can you really? Okay. So Cliff McCormick, you know what? There's some things happening. There's some things happening, right? That need to be addressed and will be addressed. I believe in time. I'm a person that I actually believe in karma. I don't believe that you can, do certain things and be at peace with it. You understand? Okay. And we mustn't, give up on Kenya or any other African country because there's always room for improvement and there's always the chance for change. The one thing that is guaranteed in life, and that is change. Okay. That is absolute change. And so let me fast forward to 2025. 2025, so a few years ago, obviously after the divorce, things had to be relaunched, rechanged, whatever. I won't go into the personal details of it, but I suffered quite a lot during the divorce. I didn't actually ask for the divorce, by the way. It was my ex-husband that decided that he wanted separation and divorce, and I acquiesced him because the relationship wasn't getting better. We did try counseling for anybody who wants to know, but that obviously wasn't successful because there was a lot of resentment, a lot of issues that had gone on in the relationship, and things that I personally wasn't very happy with. And like I said, I personally can vouch only for myself to say that I was faithful during the marriage. Okay. However, during separation, I believe that he can do whatever he wants. So, that's what I believe. Well, I guess everywhere but Kenya then. Okay, but let's not give up on it. Thank you, Cafe, for saying that. So Muhammad Ali says, Kanji, that's the problem. We keep trying to follow these European guidelines in forming government. Yeah, exactly. When actually, if you remember rightly, a few weeks ago, I don't know if I have my notes, I talked about the first actually sense of governance was actually created by us in Africa. Okay, I think it was the Kano people. I'll look through my notes and find that. Okay, a fair seat at the table. It breaks the UK international. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you're reading the comments, but please keep up with them. Yeah, and no, actually, do you know something happened? Why I didn't get to Ghana? That's the long story, but um, the um, the airline went bust. I was actually going to a wedding. I was going to my mum's friend's wedding, and yeah, everything just went wrong. Everything went wrong, and then the second attempt was COVID, and then they started saying that I had to have this, I had to have that, and I wasn't having nothing. Sorry, I'm not taking no jib jab, jib jab, jib jab, jib jab. You understand? I'm sorry, I'm not taking it. So I'm not going. If you're gonna make that, incumbent on me to go to an African country that, really didn't have that many cases compared to other countries, then no. Do you know what I mean? So I weren't taking no jib jab, so I didn't go. So that's the reason why I didn't attend. But let me tell you why I'm vexed, okay? I also, I want to talk a little bit about what you think about the timing of Malcolm Jamal Warner's death as well. Also, we talked a little bit about what happened to another artist who recently passed away as well, because I think it's important that we do discuss these things, because I just don't think that it's safe for us to be in certain countries anymore. I really don't. I'm not saying that every of the 54 countries in Africa is safe. Don't get me wrong, or the right place to be. I can only talk about where I live, and I live in Gambia. Okay, so I can talk about that, but I'm not sure. Like I said, um, if living in the West is going to be good for us, moving forward, I think we need that that serendipity. I think that we need to have some peace, okay? But the person I want to talk about is a man called Sereng Fal Gay. Sereng Fala Gay, okay? Sereng Fala Gay. Now, I spoke about this big center in Senegal. Now, why am I talking about Senegal? Senegal is literally the neighbor to Gambia. Gambia is like this, and Senegal is on the outside, okay? So we're like a slither inside Senegal. And of course, that was made by the colonizers because the French and the English, fought over the Gambia, okay? So that's the reason. That's the reason why I want to say thank you for the top fan. Thank you so much, Muhammad Ali. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. So anyway, this man, remember his name, yeah, Serenge, Serigne, Serenge, okay? Fala Gay, yeah, or Fal Gay, Fal, yeah, Gueye, gay, yeah. He's not gay. It's the name. Let me just make that clear, okay? So basically, what happened was that he decided he's like the head of a center. I'm just gonna get a drink. 1 minute. I don't know if you have one of these gadgets. They're so good. Hang on. If you oh, I'm not sure if it's on. If you if you double press it, you can put like your lime in there, your lemon in there, and then you double press the button. I'm not advertising the product, by the way. It's just that if you're a person like me, you don't drink sugar and you like these drinks, this actually is like a mobile blender. And you can blend your drinks and make your own drinks in there, like in a second. So this is lime from my lime tree anyway, outside. So I'm just going to have a quick sip. Oh, fresh lemonade, beautiful, lovely. Right, I'm all juiced up. Anyway, so I was telling you about this man, okay? Can you hear me? Okay. So I was telling you about this man. I'm so sorry. I've got mascara all over my face. But I am I'm so proud of him. I am so proud of him. And I feel so let down. I feel so let down by the rest of his support team and governance that did not support him, okay? That did not support him in what he was trying to do. Now, what was he trying to do? I'm sorry, I'm very hot, so I'm sweating. He was trying to say that in this cultural center, which represents the culture of Senegal, okay, represents the culture of Senegal, this art center, which is supposed to be representative of Senegal, okay, he wanted for the employees to have, hair that was natural, okay, and not to bleach their skin. Why am I bringing this up? Why am I bringing this up? Because this happened this week, and I think it's pivotal in terms of the colonial mindset that is now beginning to haunt us. Yeah, so severely. Yeah. Okay. So severely. So what this man was saying, for me, I would be proud to say, absolutely, I can go to work and rock my natural hair. I can go to work and rock my natural skin. Oh my goodness. I do anyway, but that's not the point. Tell them to eat a dizzle. What's that? I'm really sorry that I've missed your comments, Prezi, Valentine. Yeah. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'll read them back in a minute, okay? And 10G Takomi as well. I'm sorry, I can see the comments are going really quickly, okay? Okay, the comments are going really quickly. So what he did is he proposed, okay? Now remember, this huge center has got so many people that are employed there. Okay, so many people. I mean, this like went on this week, so this is why it's pivotal. This is why it's current. This is why we're talking about it, because there is a war on our identity. And I'm telling you, it's a war. It's a war. It's a psychological war on our identity. And the more of us go back to being natural, the more of us throw away those creams and identify and embrace our natural looks and our natural hair, we can start to wage that war on our identity. Just like, be black and be proud. Isn't that what Malcolm Jamal Warner's last words were? One of his last words was that we need to be black and be proud. What did he say what did he say about America in his poem? What did he say? You understand? It's like we're fighting a losing war. So what's the point in being there? You're fighting in armies and, becoming a Marine for a country that really doesn't care. Okay? So what I'm saying is that Sarang fell gay. Yeah? Or guy, maybe even. But I heard it pronounced gay, so. Right? He wanted to ban them skin bleaches and weaves in just this cultural center. And you know what the people did? Have one guess. Tell me in the comment section. Tell me what you think they did. Yeah? Tell me what you think they did. Moderator. You got an application for another moderator. Okay, tell me what you think they did. Yeah? Smash things. Need I say black and proud don't mean I got to be racist to other nations. Let me tell you something. We're not talking about racism here. Because if you understand what even the concept of racism meant, if you understand or you've even read Dr. Francis Cress Welsing's book, Keys to the Colors or ISIS Papers, you will understand what the concept of racism is. And it is far deeper, far more complex. And it is an entrenched system, right, to disable you, okay? To dismember your concept of self-identity away from yourself. It's to keep you in a position of psychosis, of sleep. It's also to make you feel deeply ashamed, okay? It's a type of neuroplasty that you can't change and that needs to be changed now, but only we can change that. So self-love, it's got nothing to do with hate or racism. Self-love is self-love, okay? And I'm going to keep teaching and I will preach it if I have to. Self-love is self-love. It's got nothing to do with any other race, okay? Self-love is about us. It's just about us, okay? We don't need to treat them as they treat us. It's not even about them. Allow them. That's what I'm trying to say. We need to focus on us. We just need to focus on us. They've made us so consumed, so confused, and in a way, even so deranged. What other race of people think about others before they think about themselves? Tell me. What other race? Make this sink in. What other race of people think about others before they think about themselves? Time him out, please. Time him out, okay? Caffrey, block if you have to, okay? What other race of people? I want you to answer me, okay? I want you to answer me. Don't worry about the distractions. Let's keep focused, okay? I want us to keep focused. What other race of people? I want to ask you this question and I want an answer in the comment section, okay? Mohammed wants to be a moderator, Kath. What other race of people think about others before themselves? Tell me. Tell me. I beg, I'm waiting for the answer in the comment section. Someone, I'm gonna say it again. What other race of people? Yeah, go ahead, right? What other race of people? Answer me. Think about others and other races before they think of themselves. What kind of psychosis are we under? Tell me what other race of people. Okay, so Selena J said not others but us. Okay, so now I've got the answer. I will move on. So, because of this reason, you know, this is the problem with us. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna say it. The problem with us is that we're more concerned about what people think about us than what we think about ourselves. I'm gonna say it again. We're more concerned about what people think about us than what we think about ourselves. How sad is that? To the extent that we don't feel as though we're accepted unless we look like our captors, unless we look like our colonizers, unless we can, you know, emanate them, unless we can be like them, unless we can follow them when we are the originators. How sad and sick is that? How sad and sick is that? That we're more comfortable living with them than living with our own people. And when I call and I make the carrying call, I say, I've got some repatriation land. Come, you know, there's cheap homes here. You can build your home. You can get your land, build your home. You don't have to be stuck in a 25-year mortgage where you're going to be threatened by death, threatened by police, threatened that your children are going to be taken away by social services, because this is what they're doing to us. They're taking out our children, especially African children, out of homes in Europe at an alarming rate. And they're doing it in order to make the children docile, in fear, and to hate themselves, so that the next generation of young Africans, children being born in the West, right, are passive and hate themselves. Okay? Okay, so JB said none, not them, other folks, that's for sure, said CH. And Selena said, I don't want to be accepted. My mum told me they will never accept us. The only person that needs to accept you is you, okay? So I want to say to all those people in Senegal that went up against him, okay? And the next day, I've never seen anything like this. This is why I'm going to talk about it. The next day, they overturned it. The next day, you know, how comes you can't do, you know, other things the next day, but yet you could do that the next day? You know what I mean? How can you do that? And it's just for one cultural center. I'm disgusted. And for all those women that complained and talked about women's rights, that's got nothing to do with women's rights. A woman has a right to wear her natural hair. A woman has a right not to bleach her skin. But this is the depth of the psychosis, of the brainwashing, of the confusion, of the deception, of the illusion, of the confusion that they got us under, that we're not even wanting to wear our own skin. This is in 2025. Hey Juliet, just joining. I've missed your live for a good few weeks. Glad to be back on again. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you for joining. Okay. Selena Jana said yes. They are taking the children, and many Africans are being struck off. They are social services. Social services, I'm telling you what. Social services in so many European nations, from Sweden all the way across to the UK, okay, are taking African children into care, okay? They're doing it at an alarming rate, yeah, and they're destroying the parents as well, right? I can tell you my own personal story. Would you like to hear it? Who did what and what did I miss? Okay, so hi Frankie Elliott, hi CH, hi Cloud Queen, big yourselves up, thank you for joining. So basically, I was talking about what happened in Senegal this week, okay? So just to give you a brief, yeah? there is, sorry, a massive, huge cultural center in Senegal. You can go and Google it, okay? Which is named after a great Senegalese artist whose name, I must admit, has slipped my mind. I didn't write it down. I've forgotten his name. But anyway, right? And basically, he said, so this man, his name, I'm going to say his name again, Serengi fell a gay, yeah? Gay, basically said that he wants everybody in his cultural center to wear their natural hair and not to use bleaching agents, okay? He doesn't want to employ them if they're using these things, okay? This is recently. So as soon as he put it out, there was so much backlash that it went to the version of their parliament in which they overturned his guidelines. Now, to me, that is some BS. And it was women, we're getting too Europeanized. I got to shout out to the women, yeah? We're getting too Europeanized. We have to stop this. We have to stop this. When I was growing up, I did not want to be white because, you know, I grew up in a school. Let me just say, I grew up in a school where, you know, there were white people scraping the flakes of skin off of their legs onto the carpet where their skin was so dry, like reptilians, okay? When in you know, during reading time, you know, and they were leaving like piles of flaky skin on the floor, and I wouldn't even want to sit near it or on it, okay? There were certain smells like sulfur and bad cheese, okay? I'm sorry to say it, but I didn't want to be white. I didn't see them as superior at all. In fact, I was very intelligent, and I didn't see them even equating up to my level of intellect. You know, I lived in a dictionary. As I said to you, I lived in a dictionary. I loved words. And so the power of words was very important to me. I started writing poetry from a very, very young age. I started to become, you know, very, let's just say, sharing my opinion from a very young age. Okay, I was on tour with the GLC from, which was the Greater London Council at the time, with Tony Banks at the age of, I think, 9 or 10, doing my poetry about racism. Okay, I was on stage with Benjamin Zephaniah at Theatre Royal by the age of 16. I was, you know, I've always been vocal, and I'm not going to stop. Okay, I'm not going to stop because we have to love ourselves. We have to, and I will keep preaching. Okay, and I will keep teaching because it is so important. It is so important that, you know, that in this day and age, a man proposes that you can go to work with your natural hair and you're going to fight against it. What kind of stupidness? What level of idiosyncrasy and self-hatred have we got to? Some women out there, I ain't calling all names, but some women out there that we are fighting that we don't have to wear our natural hair. I mean, come on, please, I beg. And the leaders listen to them. But you're not listening about other things, but you're going to listen about that though, isn't it? Oh, yes. Why? Because so you can look more like the colonizer. No. You can't be changing the names of places out of the colonizer's name, and then you're going to allow women to look like the colonizer in your cultural center. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? You understand? It's toxic. JB said, I agree with you. The leaders are new leaders are needed. It's not just at the very top leadership. Sometimes it's some government officials that are toxic. Yes, there must be some women thinking, oh, I don't want to show my great. Look, see me here there. See me here there. Me proud of it. Yeah? See me here there. See me here there. That's my natural hair. I'm proud of it. Grease and all. You see it? Grease and all. Black castor oil and all. Okay? See me here there. Rock your woolly hair, CH. Rock your woolly hair. It's time for us to start to embrace and be black and be proud again. I'm done with this. How can this be happening in 2025? Where, you know, this man proposes, yeah? This week. Thank you, captain of a starship. Mm. My starship, come take me up tonight and don't be late. And don't you. Anyway, alpha male, tell it, sister. I'm sorry, but I am vexed. I'm so vexed to express. You know, I have to express. I have to express. You know, 1.1 billion. Okay? 1.1 billion is spent on Filipino hair. You hear me? I'm going to say it again. 1.1 billion is spent on someone else's dead hair. Now, couldn't we take that same 1.1 billion and invest in Africa? Make some farms, make some employment, you know, make some housing, make some hotels, make go juice or for mango products or to grow pineapples, you know, or to mine exploration. 1.1 billion on someone else's hair. Is that what we're doing, ladies? And we're killing our husbands, killing our boyfriends. You know, oh, we have to go and have our hair done. We have to spend this money. Money for what? And men, stop going out with these ladies that are rocking the false hair. Say, nah, I like natural women. Say, no, I like natural women. Away with that. But, you know, for the full, like, straight on European look, no. You have to stop being attracted to that too. So I'm going to go in on the men. Stop being attracted. You want the coffee, you want the light-skinned chick, you want the this, you want your that. You understand? If you wasn't attracting them, putting them in your videos, you know, and putting, you know, black-skinned women over here and not going for them, leaving them single and just going for the lighter-skinned women over here, you know, then they wouldn't even want to do it in the first place because they would feel attractive, they would feel wanted, they would feel desired. Rocking Johnny, you're absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Rocking Johnny. Okay? They would feel dizzy, and please approach them too. Okay? I'm not saying that you shouldn't go for women that are my complexion or lighter with natural hair too. Yes. But, you know, when a woman's wearing a smelly weave, say no. Okay? If a woman's wearing that smelly weave, say no. And if you're going to cuss me for saying smelly weave, I'm sorry. But you know what? When I was young, because I'm not a hypocrite, yeah? I tried that weave thing once, yeah? I had a friend that was training to be a hairdresser, and she wanted to practice on me. So I says, all right, you know, being a good friend, you know, people pleaser. When I was younger, I'm no longer a people pleaser. I couldn't give a damn about pleasing anymore, you know? I realized it's a trap. It's a trap that they put us in order to make us pliable and to make us not realize that we need to have boundaries and focus on our wants and needs and facilitate people within those boundaries. Okay? So I said, all right, listen, it was the most painful, most horrendous hair experience I ever had, you know? I ever had. And I remember one of my cousins, Marcel, she's passed away now. She said to me, Gillette. I said, no, I used to call her auntie, yeah? So no auntie Marcel, yeah? She goes, are you hear that? I said, I'm here for your auntie. I'm here for your the psychosis that I was in. You understand? That I was convinced that because I paid for it, it belonged to me, but it wasn't. So in the end, I said, my friend put it on me head, I'm not looking. But my aunt came from Jamaica, so that was it, okay? So just a little bit of slang. And, you know, my accent's not that great, but it's how she understood me, how I talked, okay? So, please give me some likes if you don't mind. Please, my family out there, please give me some thumbs up. I would appreciate it, okay? So, you know, I went through my own identity crisis, and we all are going to go through an identity crisis, okay? We all are. Right now, there are people going through some sexual identity crisis as well. There are a lot of men, I'm sorry to tell you this, guys, but there are a lot of men out there that are psychologically gay. They're not sexually gay, but they're psychologically gay, and they're carrying on with this player crap, you know, just promiscuous and disrespectful to women, using women, abusing women. Okay? You're psychologically gay if that's what you're doing. You have an issue. You have an issue with commitment, you're psychologically gay. You have a problem with staying in a relationship with one woman, you're psychologically gay. Yeah? You've got issues that you're not dealing with. Okay? And I'm going to say it. And women, we have to love ourselves more. Why would you feel better in someone else's hair? Like, is there something wrong with you? Do you know what I mean? There are women out there rocking their bald heads, rocking their bald heads. Some of them have got cancer and they're not wearing no wig. You understand? So it's about us loving ourselves for how we are, loving ourselves for who we are. That is so important. And I am so disgusted with those women that stood up in Senegal and complained this week. Women, go home and take a look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, why did I do that? Why did you go against a black man that is standing for the black women? Why did you go against this brother? Why? Why of your epidermis? Why are you doing this? You're doing it so you can have these spots and discoloration? Okay? So, to like, okay, thank you so much. Double tap the screen to like the live. Thank you so much. Yeah, positively joy. Yeah, positive joy. Thank you so much for joining. King Metz, good. Thank you so much. King Metz, I big you up. Nothing but salutations and big love to you. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today's live. Like I said, there's too much jelly back. Yeah? We have too much jelly back out there. It's time for us to stand for something. Stand strong. Stand firm. Yeah? Forget fear. Fear is not going to get you anywhere. Let me tell you something. Fear is the weapon, right, of those demons. Those demons that, you know, want to possess us. Because possession is also when you want to look like something that you're not. And looking like a demon is something that you're not. Look like your natural, angelic, beautiful black stuff. We are divine. Okay, we are divine. I've been telling you this from day one. We are divine and we must embrace our divinity and stop going against our natural creation. Stop deviating from that. How more powerful would we be if we loved ourselves? Because it starts with self-love. Because you're not going to hate a brother or a sister when you're embracing self-love. You'll know who's going against you. Why did these demons make this cream? Why? Why did these demons make this cream? To destroy your skin, to make you go lighter. People are all taking acid baths and stripping off their skin and get. Don't you think that people see that you're doing this to yourself? You know, I remember watching something where, I'm not sure who it was, but they said, oh, they spend all the time on the beach getting brown and no one complains about them. Yeah? I'm not interested in them. I'm interested in us. Okay? I'm interested in us. And we must set that we should go against this brother. Okay? We should go against this brother that was fighting for us, you know, in order to embrace our natural selves, to love our natural this week. Okay? And so I just want to say that, you know, there's a lot of black artists, black performers, black actors that are waking up. We are now waking up. We are waking up. And they are using their platforms to promote their African-centeredness, to promote their patriotism to Africa. And I salute all of those performers that have done so and have also shown their allegiance to Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, and also to the leaders of Niger and to Mali and to Namibia and to all of those countries that want to unite, including Gambia. Okay? So I salute you. Okay? And I'm going to end this stream. I didn't want to come on to go in, but I had to because a cultural center, a landmark cultural center that took so many millions to build, okay, to facilitate hundreds of thousands of people that could really have impact on how we see each other. Can you imagine going to this cultural center and then you see everyone, you go there to see a performance, or you go there, you know, to hire an event hall, you know, the impact that has on your psychology, on how you see yourself. You know the impact that that has. It's all about aesthetics. And we have to go back into the aesthetics of us. We have to go back into the aesthetics of we. We need to go back into the aesthetics of our African self-centered self. Okay? So this happened this week. So I'm a bit disappointed, you know. We'd spend more money on Filipino hair than we do on each other. Like, how disappointing is that? Yeah? How disappointing is that? And the thing is that no matter how much I talk, no matter how much I complain about it, I'm going to have a lot of people that will say, well, you know, they're sitting at home and they're thinking that I'm having a dig. I'm not having a dig. I'm just saying, have a look at the example that you're setting to your young daughter, okay, or to your niece, yeah, or to your friend's daughter. Because at the end of the day, if we keep showing that we are not good enough, we don't think our hair is good enough, we don't think our complexion is good enough, we don't think our continent is good enough, if we don't think that our African patriotism is important, if we don't think that our African identity is good enough, and we're going to choose someone else's over ours, because that's what we're doing. We're choosing someone else's identity over ours. Enough. Our culture is good enough. We come from somewhere amazing. We come from a wonderful continent, and we are enough. We are enough, and we love ourselves more than enough, okay? So Africa bound, be Africa bound, okay? You want your repatriation land? Come and get it. Right now we have a star buy, which is in the first area that we have our Kabila win that I talked about. There are 2 plots going, and each plot is going for $1,000, okay? $1,000, okay? Sorry about that. Each plot is going for $1,000, okay? Plus 10% management fee. So if you're interested, and each plot is 20 by 20, okay? If you're interested, please get in contact with me as soon as possible, okay? So there's just 2 plots, and each one is 20 by 20, which is 400 square meters, okay? So let me know as soon as possible if you're interested about Kwartong this week. I do apologize for me not getting the footage. It is rainy season here, and I didn't want to do the footage while it was raining, so you have to just wait for me, okay? So I want to thank the Zillion, XY Zillion man for helping me, yeah? I appreciate you so much. Also want to give a big shout out to Ed the man, you know, thank you so much. We got a lot of stuff done, and also I got a lot of comments also under the picture which I posted. And no, that's a very, very good friend. It's a very good friend. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. No, I am single, so sorry to disappoint you, okay? So he is just a friend, okay? So anyway, without any further ado, I will be back next week, Sunday. If you do want to send any questions in advance, please do. Citizenship, Burkina Faso, what have you. Please don't hesitate to text line us via WhatsApp +220 240 5373. I want to thank you for being with me, for joining me on today's BlaXit. It's been amazing, okay? Do you get one of these gadgets, okay? If you can, they're really, really good. I think they're called blender cups or something. So you can actually make your own lemonade in there, and you don't need sugar. It's really good. So, you know, I told you I'm pushing my sugar-free agenda, so I'm still pushing my sugar-free agenda. Tested my sugar levels, and it was really good. So it's a healthier lifestyle, so I am pushing that, you know. So, you know, please make your inroads to Africa, make your plans to leave, okay? The only way to eradicate racism is to leave it behind and come and live with your own kind. I keep saying it. The only way to eradicate racism is to leave it behind and go live with your own kind, And if you think you're a black person who's never experienced racism, you are a black person who must live here with me saying thank you so much to Positive Joy, to King Metz, thank you so much to Muhammad Ali, to CH, also to Rocking Johnny, to Alpha Male, to Captain of a Starship, to Selena J, to JB, thank you. Also to Cloud Queen, to Frankie Elliott, to Linda, thank you so much, Linda. Thank you so much, Prezi Valentine, although I think you got a little bit sidetracked with the messages. Muhammad Ali, thank you so much to Kavre for moderating and everybody else that helped us to moderate. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciated you being here. I think I said hello. Thank you to Muhammad Ali. Also, thank you to Donta Jackson. Families in need of diapers and wipes for her 2 babies. She doesn't get paid till next Apprentice Moonwalk. So, Donta Jackson, send me a WhatsApp, okay? Send me a WhatsApp. And let's see if we can get someone who's there in America that I can maybe send some money to cash up it to you, to help you to get some diapers for your children, because I don't believe that any of us should suffer. So if you would like to help her with her children, then please, we'll do some investigation first to make sure, of course, that it is a genuine request. And then if you want to help her with her children, because she's short on money, then let's all get together and help and send her a cash app or a PayPal payment, okay? Next, thank you to Kenji Takumi. Thank you so much, Kocho Joe. Thank you, Cliff McCormick. Thank you, Cliff McCormick. He said, hello, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you to Hunter. Thank you so much. To Steve Addo, thank you. To Willie Rivers, thank you so much. To Chanel Woods, thank you so much. To GMAC, Renelle Way, Saganke, thank you so much. Sagankane, sorry, thank you so much. To Langdon Price, thank you so much, Langdon. To Glendon Bayell, thank you. Diamond Johnson, thank you so much. Sparkling diamond there. Thank you to McConnon of International Book Show. Please remember his books, and his books titles are The Rise of Rastafari, Life in Gambia, How to Market and Sell Your Book, and Experience Living Across Africa. Those books are all available on Amazon, and the author is McConnon Sankofa. Thank you to Honey in Abundance. Thank you. I'm the captain now. Pay attention, my child, and be careful, okay? Thank you so much. To Boomel, Hustler, 84, thank you so much. McCullough, thank you. To Abdullah Eskajan, thank you. To Lewis Magawi, thank you so much. Oh, sorry, Mwangi, sorry. Thank you so much. And to DJ Ensid, thank you so much. And of course to Gwendolyn Turner, thank you so much. And of course Fatia Indris, thank you. Joe Myers, thank you so much. And Fatia, thank you for being there at the top of the show. So you're my star today. So listen, thank you. Just want to say thank you. And if you'd like to support help us make more content, you can via PayPal if you want to. Catherine, if you could put the PayPal details there. It's botcollective@yahoo.com. It's botcollective@yahoo.com if you want to send us a PayPal donation. And also, and it's not obligatory, so it's something if you want to help us to carry on doing what we're doing. And of course, we still have our Patreon, which I'm very inactive on, but it's BlaXit, BLAXIT on Patreon. So thank you once again for joining me. Yes, I did have a bee in my bonnet this week because, you know, when a black man stands up for us, we need to stand beside him. We need to stand behind him. We need to stand in front of him. We need to protect him. We don't need to sell him down. We don't need to throw him under the bus. And that is what we did. And I'm disappointed in you Senegalese women that were talking about discrimination and women's rights rather than us being entitled to rock our looks, rock our natural hair, and rock our natural skin color. Disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Don't stand with you, I stand against you. And I'm going to say it, stand against you firmly. It's time for us to start throwing away them creams, throwing away them weaves, and start rocking our natural hair. You don't have to wear a weave looking straight. You can wear plaits, okay? You can wear plaits. There are so many alternatives that we can do, okay? So let's stop trying to look like the white woman and start embrace the identity of being an African woman, of being a black woman, and being proud to be black, okay? Be proud to be black, okay? Because black is under attack. All right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again next week. Remember, black's under attack. Remember, we're all one people, okay? One destiny, one unity, okay? One Africa.